Grinders, Grindettes, Drizzy has officially pushed the button and declared war on about 27 rappers. We'll get into it right after this. So Drizzy dropping Give Me 50 yesterday and sent the internet to a frenzy. For one, a lot of us, and it wasn't just me, didn't know if this was AI or not. And I and I see what a lot of people were doing. They trying to make excuses for it off the rip because it's like, yo, this AI. And the reason, I'll get to the reason why we thought it was AI in a bit. But nonetheless, a diss dropped. We still don't know if it's confirmed, but I guess he did confirm it now. I think he posted something on his story confirming pretty much that it was his diss track. And you know, this was a barrage of insults aimed at all the people who have been trying to team up. And he came out the gate swinging. Now, why it's not a perfect diss track? It's not even better than Back to Back. Nonetheless, it's a diss track. I have to realize this is a new generation. So the diss tracks now, most of them are consistent with trying to make it a hit record as well, or a bop that you can play in a club. That's what he did with Back to Back. That's what he's trying to do here. You can tell because of the approach he took and, you know, how he's rapping. So let's get into it. Starts off, he's talking about K-Dot. You know, he actually talks about Future off the rip, talking about how he gave him his first #1, etc., etc. He takes swipes at K-Dot's height and stature, which is what I thought J. Cole would have done, which is the easiest target for K-Dot, being as though he's a little guy. He talks about how Top Dawg is taking half of Kendrick's money, or was taking half of Kendrick's money, and he has to drop in doing 50. And when he's talking about dropping 50, that means 50% of his profits. So that's what the whole title comes from. And of course, he's talking about how Kendrick also is willing to sacrifice certain things for commercial success, doing songs with Taylor Swift. You know, something Drizzy gets criticized for a lot. Those features were forced for him to do by Top Dawg, and Top Dawg needed his 50%. As we know now, Kendrick is no longer signed to Dawg Entertainment. He has his own thing, PG Lang, in conjunction with Interscope, who also gets a swipe with Interscope, and he says the aftermath. And let me just say this clear. As decent as this diss was, it was decent. It wasn't classic. It wasn't super fire like some of y'all gassing it. It was decent. It was a lot of corny lines in here that I just couldn't, that was just like, did you really say that? That's the AI reason. You know, he said, you get so many splits, I'm surprised your pants ain't rip, or something to that. And it's like, come on, dude, my son could have wrote that. That like, come on, like, that's where, like, we expect more out of you, Drizzy, you know? Even the Interscope aftermath reference, it's like, really? Like, come on, dude, you can, like, that's been said so many times, like, it got you Interscope in the aftermath, like, stop. You can do better than that, Aubrey. The funniest thing that he said on here to me was taking aim at Metro Boomin. He said, shut your ass up and make some drums, boy. Like, that's just so disrespectful. Like, I'm not even wasting a bunch of time on you. Just shut the fuck up and make some beats. Like, get out of here. Like, get out of our business. That to me is the funniest line in there. Like, shut your ass up and make some drums. Yo, imagine smacking somebody in the back of the head like, yo, just go in there and make the beat and get out of here. He also says that the big three is really SZA, Savage, and Travis. And that's the real ones putting up numbers. So he's staying right there. And then he also later on says he's two of the big three. So it's Drake, and whoever else wants to spot. As we know, Cole forfeited, and he's saying Kendrick's not even in the equation anymore. He also says that Cole lied about Like That, and it's not really like that. You know, he said he overhyped it. Now we know that's not true. That joint's a bop, especially after Cole's apology and made Like That much better. I'm the one that did a video and said it was mid initially, but it was one of those things that had to grow on me, and I actually like it now a lot more. So kudos to J. Cole for doing that. He takes a shot at Rick Ross as well, which garnered a response in 2 hours from Ross. That's probably the main thing that hurts me out of this, is that we probably won't get a Ross and Drake collab in a while, and they got some classic bangers. You know, they got enough records to probably make an EP or a project or a best of, and you know, we'll never get that again. You know, maybe, we don't know. Him and Meek made up, so maybe him and Drizzy can make up. So we'll see what happens. He also talks about The Weeknd and The Weeknd's manager, how he's saying, I guess, alluding to the fact that he's gay and he spends and tricks his money. He takes Weeknd's money and spends it on men. I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know what's going on there, but Who knows? And then he takes another dig at Kendrick. They said he said something about ASAP Rocky. I didn't catch that, or I don't know. And I don't even know if the ASAP Rocky diss was actually aimed at Drake. We don't know. They just making stuff up. And then they're saying The Weeknd said something. So we don't know either. But I like the fact he tried to address everybody and everything. The main person that got the barrage of insults was Kendrick. But the funniest to me, I think, was Metro. And there was a bunch of other things in there he said too. I'm trying to think of who else he said something about in there. He mentioned Kai Cenat. I guess a rapper was begging to be on Kai Cenat. Kai already kind of dismissed the rumors and said labels are the only ones that be knocking on his door. Other than that, you know I rate everything with microphones. Out of 5 mics, I'm going to give Dropping Give Me 50 by Drake 3 mics. I think it was good. Post your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. If you liked it, post it in the comments. If you didn't like it, post it in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Peace.